Ryan, come back. I was wrong, and I just can't live without you. Ryan!
Hi.
Hi!
Hi.
Hi!
Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Pen.
New
I'm
Slower
Ryan.
register. I'm Jika.
And for this episode, we're going to talk about something very personal and something that maybe some of you have been speculating for quite some time already because of a recent post that I posted on Fountain Pen Palenque.
Yeah. And what's that news? We gotta tell them, Ryan. But since you already posted about it, I think it's your responsibility to declare it once again.
Yeah. So, guys, we hate to break this to you, but we're breaking up. We're breaking up with some of our old stationary stuff.
That was like I didn't know how to react. Was I supposed to be serious throughout, or like I can't handle it. I feel like in actual breakups I'd even laugh. So sorry guys, but yeah, we are breaking up. This is like the breakup episode, but not the kind of breakup that you're anticipating.
Right. We're not really breaking up like the Pen Noobs podcast, as some of you might have speculated. We're actually breaking up with our old stuff, in preparation for the new year.
I'm still laughing because Ryan messaged me out of the blue around the day that he posted on Fountain Pen Palenque. And then some people messaged him though that like, are you and Chica breaking up? And I was like, I don't even remember being with you in that way.
Exactly. But no, the Pen Noobs podcast is not breaking up, and Gika and I have our own separate set of relationships
Yes.
to set it straight, set the record straight. So, we will be breaking up with some of our old stuff and probably in preparation for new things for the new year. And probably we already have it today, but maybe we don't have it yet. We're just projecting, or what do you call it? Manifesting
Yeah, manifesting.
we want to get in the future, but that's what we're going to talk about in this episode. But before that, let's proceed first with our noob discovery.
Yeah. Okay. I'm really excited about this one because I messaged Ryan 2 days ago about a sudden discovery. Thank you, YouTube algorithms that aren't exactly just all true crime and Animal Crossing New Horizons. Um, HGTV, I think HGTV, the YouTube channels told me that, hey, look at this video with the guy who played Kevin G in Mean Girls. And then I was like, oh, I remember him. I was because the Mean Girls anniversary like happened fairly recently, so I clicked it, and oh my god, I want to be Kevin G, also known as Rajiv Surendra. Oh my god, I will double check right now what his last name is. So yeah, it is Rajiv Surendra, Kevin G from Mean Girls, most well known for rapping. Okay,
Yeah.
during the Christmas recital. And you'd think that like when you ask yourself where these actors are right now, you wouldn't think that this guy is where he's at. So I watched a video. I'll link it in our podcast and our YouTube description. But he is living the life, and I messaged Ryan and I said I want to be. I want his life, wherein like the video essentially covered his lifestyle where he did calligraphy. He learned how to do calligraphy for invitations, for windows. He does chalk art. He
Of course.
does, yeah, he does his own pottery. What else? He redecorated his own kitchen. I mean, everything that he owns is bespoke and already like is well thought out by craftsmen and artisans. And like his closet he has a bigger closet for his art materials than his clothes. And I was like, that's actually what I want. I mean, I know that I'm living a somewhat excessive lifestyle, given that, the hobby is predominantly or seems about acquisition. But watching that video and seeing that the guy from Mean Girls is living a well moderated and still happy life, like he spent 3 months copying an oil painting of a large size. Like I want to have that time. I want to, like, my boyfriend and I are thinking about like moving away from the city for a few months, so that he can focus on his art and this thesis. And I was like, yeah, I wouldn't mind journaling in the country and painting for 3 months in my free time and doing calligraphy and all that jazz. So like thank you, Rajiv Surendra, Kevin G. You are my inspiration.
Beautiful. Actually, if I do have that luxury of time, I would probably spend more time studying French and more opportunities to like do photography. Yeah, that's probably what I want to do. I want to live that kind of life.
We just want more time, actually. And it's the last day of work wherein we have to actively teach today. So it seems much closer right now. Maybe it'll disappear once we go back to work and like we're back in hell weeks. But it gives us hope. I mean, Ryan also watched the video, and it's really inspiring to see people who, you know, who know what they want, who create spaces and do things that ultimately all give them joy. Like every corner of a modest house brings joy. I'm so excited for that life as well. So, despite all my acquisitions, maybe 2022 will be the year wherein I manifest moderation, mindfulness, and intentionality like he did.
Wonderful. My new discovery, well, honestly, it was my first time to do a pen meet because, as you know, prior to the pandemic, I wasn't really into fountain pens, or I was rejecting the idea of a fountain pen because I was just focused on, oh, it's all digital, or life is so fast paced in 2019, so you couldn't even really find a time just sit down and just write. But because of the pandemic, with people stuck at home, I think it really allowed people to reconnect
Mhm.
with one of the most beloved tools available to mankind, and that would be the writing instrument such as the fountain pen. So there. So it was my first pen meet when we met, I think December 5.
Yeah.
It was December 5. Yeah. So it was so fun to take a look at other people's fountain pens, and like, other people will look at your fountain pens and people will be like appreciating yours, and then you'll be appreciating theirs. So it kind of gets rid of that itch, or that hunger, or that craving that you have for shopping or buying, because you get to see other people's, you know, um, acquisitions, and you bringing your goods also. You'd be like, oh, I'm so proud of my collection. So it kind of like lessens that desire to buy new things, and you become a bit more mindful about what you have, because it's like you're doing some sort of like show and tell.
So, in summary, the
So,
noob discovery, Ryan's noob discovery is.
well, the pleasure of doing pen meets, and I do hope that with the alert level a bit low during this time, we'd be able to actually have pen meets. So if you guys want to do pen meets, let us know. Maybe we can organize something like that in the future, because it's really one of the best ways to feel really the presence of the community, and that is by actually sharing the joy of fountain pen collection and stationery and
That's
whatnot.
true. That's absolutely true. And I think I said this, I think a few episodes back, that my birthday is coming up in January. So I am thinking of like having us have a digital pen meet. Details are to follow. Of course, we can't meet each other yet because I don't want to like force anyone to be like in a situation that's uncomfy, especially that Omicron has officially entered
Right.
the Philippines. So point is, January is a big month, and I know that this is a December episode, but January is a big month for me. I'm kind of excited about it. I've already bought the stuff for the giveaways.
Yay!
Again, yeah, giveaway deets are all set to
Giveaway?
go. Yeah, giveaway items, like plural, because
Wow.
I don't know why. Like I was thinking about it, and I haven't even told you what's included, but I know that there are around like 4 sets or still not counting like the stamps that I'm gonna make. So at least you guys know that there are gonna be stamps. But the theme that I'm going for is supporting local stationery providers and artists and that sort of stuff. You know I'm all about that. I'm more of like Ryan's about the pens and the aesthetic covers and like the refined dapper stuff, and I'm just like chaos, but like cute chaos that's all
Structured.
from local people. So you have that to look forward to. I sure as heck am looking forward to that, and it's scheduled all for January because there are already a ton of giveaways in Christmas. So what better way or what better month to have a giveaway when you're hung over from opening all your presents and you're thinking that you wouldn't mind having another one? That's January for you. So
Beautiful, so exciting, so exciting. I did not see that coming.
I know, I'm sorry. I kind of like interjected during our noob discovery segment, but I got excited.
It's okay. It's so exciting. It's so exciting. Oh my goodness. So, um, we are going to talk about breaking up because, well, not breaking up like relationship breaking up, but we're going to talk about breaking up with certain things. Like, it's like in every at the start of every year, you need to break up with some bad habits,
Yeah.
bad memories, or certain things for you to move forward and to move on with your life. And so we're going to talk about things that probably we've learned in the past year, things we're going to break up with, or like ideas we're going to break up with in relation to this whole hobby. And maybe we can share our ways of moving forward. Like, are there new
Yeah.
things that we're looking forward to, or are we not going to purchase? So
Well,
that's something that's exciting for me.
maybe they want to hear why the heck we're here talking about breakups in the first place. What actual things did you, because I'm not on Facebook, as you know, I only go to Fountain Pen Palenque like once a month. But like what exactly were you selling? What were you breaking up with?
Right. So I broke up with a couple of sheening ink.
Oh.
Yeah. So maybe some of you have noticed it, but maybe it wasn't too evident. But most of the inks, actually all of the inks I sold were mostly sheening inks. Yeah. So like I sold the Diamine Calm and Passion, the blue
Mm.
black exclusive ink that's sheening. It's a dark blue. Sorry, it's a blue black. Yeah, it's blue black color. Um, sheening ink with a bit of red sheen. So I'm not a fan of sheening inks anymore. So like, bye. I like you, but bye. Gotta go. The what do you call this one? Vinta Blue Blood, Book
Mm.
House. So that's also sheening. What else? The Vinta Harlequin Bodabil. That's also sheening. Yeah. Well, basically, also the Tasya Ow, the
Mm.
blue one, that's also sheening. So if you would notice, yeah, the sheens gotta go. I broke up with the sheening inks because I really, really like shading inks. Yeah, I'm more into shading inks,
This
really.
reminds me of how Ryan, during our pen meet, tested out my boyfriend's music nibs because my boyfriend's an artist. And then, like, while he was testing out I think it was the platinum carbon inks, he was
Yeah.
kind of saying not the best words in the most passionate way because he couldn't believe just how much shading you could actually get from these inks. So, like, this is exactly what you were talking about, Ryan, as to why pen meets are very, very important.
Yeah. Actually, it helps you curate and streamline your collection because you realize, oh, I don't really want this. Oh, this is like one of those lipstick effect. I'm not sure if we remember in one of our episodes, we talked about that whole economic concept of the lipstick effect, wherein we just buy something small to satiate a thirst or a hunger or craving for something, for an object, a material object. And so by having pen meets, you actually do get to try the thing, or like you get to see the object in person, right?
That's true.
Well,
Exactly.
so there.
So, in essence, Ryan's first breakup is with Sheening Inks.
Yeah, Sheening Inks. Goodbye. Goodbye, Sheening Inks. You've been nice, but for the time being, I'm into shading.
I have no objects that I'm going to separate with. I think well, you know this. I've never sold anything on fountain pen palengke.
Right.
Or like I mean the different like when I tend to purchase something, it really does take time for me to purchase that thing. So, and I always have my sister and my nephew and my boyfriend to pass on things to, because it's just easier that way. I also don't like the hassle of like communicating with other people, figuring out like negotiating prices, and then shipping from where the heck
Right.
in Metro Manila I live. It's so difficult. I can't get anyone to pick up anything from my house. So it's just very difficult. But so I guess my breakups will be with, say, habits or mindsets. And the first one is it's not a fly.
No,
So
but
the the first thing that I really want to break up with, and I've actually been working up to doing this, is shopping mindful of carbon footprints. Oh my God, I seem like such a hippie right now. But I think one of the most difficult things that I had to contend with was sometime in the middle of the year, I realized that I was receiving so many small packages. I'd shop like for one piece of washi, or I'd shop for like this singular bottle of ink. And when I thought about it over time, I was just thinking that, okay, there's this driver, there's this entire route that this singular washi tape travels, right? It consumes not only time, it consumes gas, it consumes energy. And I was like, I don't wanna participate in that. And you'll actually also see this in the giveaways. I'm not giving away things singularly. We're not gonna give away like one washi. We're gonna give away sets.
Mhm.
Because I think that's the only way to spread joy mindfully. When we I'm not really sure if a lot of people think about it this way, but I mean, imagine a pen traveling such a long distance, diba? And that consumes gas, that consumes natural resources. And I mean, in as much as we love our pens, it's this tiny thing that can fit in the palm of your hand. And I don't know, like I just can't. I mean, I went into the hobby thinking that I'd be more mindful of my consumption, and for the first years or so I realized that I was counter to that whole idea. But now I think I'm picking back up. um so I've actually lessened just how much washi I've been buying. I'm actually done, and I bought storage for it. Like I'm done. This is the big box of Jika's Forever washi. Is like, who the heck can finish this much washi? Let me just show everyone. I have a big
No.
box. It's around 12 by 10, 12 by 10 inches. And like, it's unreasonable. Even I know that this is unreasonable. And I'm not like, this isn't my business. Okay. You guys know that the Pen Noobs podcast is nonprofit. Okay. So I bought all of this at a whim. And like, I don't know. I'm good for the rest of my life. I can give some away, of course. I can give a lot away, but I think that's a point really that I'm trying to make. I think I spent 2020 and 2021 acquiring so much, and again acquiring, not mindful of the carbon emissions, not mindful of like the hassle that the kuya driver has to take just bringing me a teensy plastic of washi. So I think I'm gonna be done with that habit. And hopefully, you consider that as well, guys. Even I mean, I know that a lot of you, especially like say if it is your job, if you are for profit in the hobby, acquisition is very important. But siguro, I just recommend that if you're gonna buy something, even if it is a bit more expensive, buy more in one go. Okay. And that means that when you're thinking about what you're buying, you think about it really, so that when you're clicking add to cart and like checking out, you know that everything that you have in that cart is something important to you and something that will have returns, not just to you, but also to the earth. Oh my gosh, such a hippie. But yeah, that's just my bad habit that I want to that I want to break up with. Yeah.
Nice. That's nice, actually. But I do think that this habit that we have or have had is also triggered, or at least is supported by this whole, free shipping program that these online shops have. I guess that's one of the reasons. But admittedly, yeah, I don't, as much as possible, I don't buy something like just one piece. I usually try to get more items. But that's a problem
I'm
now.
sorry, Ryan. Shots fired, ba? I wasn't targeting anyone. It's just
No,
like,
no, no. It's
something to think
fine.
about.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. It's just now that I think about mine, I do try to be mindful of, not ordering something that's just one piece of object. But the problem with that is that I end up getting tempted to get more stuff.
Mm,
And so I think that's also one of the challenges and one of the bad habits I do wanna fix in 2022. To if I
yeah.
really want to buy something, I really need to think about it carefully and not buy something and buy other stuff as an excuse to justify the purchase of one small thing.
That's
Yeah.
true. And like when I think about it, because I'm sorry guys, this is just really me. And you guys know that I don't sell anything. Because I always come from the place that I'm too lazy to sell. To resell something that I end up not taking interest in. I just really work hard to invest in something that I really want. Because again, imagine buying something from far away, it arriving to your place, and then you realizing after a bit of time that, you aren't a match. It's gonna have to travel again when you sell it. So still you're giving your old objects happy homes, but you could have also avoided that. And I'm all about prevention rather than cure. I mean, Greta Thunberg, I'm sorry. I mean, yes, thank you, child. Thank you. So that's really it. Breaking up with not mindfully purchasing to avoid heightened carbon footprints.
I love.
That's mine. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen to you. Hmm. What's my other thing that I'm gonna break up with? Uh,
Me. Joke. Don't break up with me.
what else? Actually, I do think over the year of 2021, I've slowly broken up with a lot of things that aren't working out for me. And oh yeah, I also sold. If some of you have seen my post in Fountain Pen Palenque, I did sell also a bunch of hobonichis.
Yeah.
Not because I'm breaking up with hobonichis. It's just that I realized. What did I realize? I don't like the cartoons.
In the day free, is that it?
I don't like the cartoons in the day free. It's like, oh, there are children in my notebook. It's not very dapper.
That Harry Fox script or episode has really caused like the ripple effect in our lives. It's all about curation now. So thanks, Harry.
Yeah. No. It's really more of like I was really thinking about like, do I really want these illustrations? I mean, um I like the day free for what it is for, but it's just not as functional as how I would want it to be for myself because I'm not the kind of person really who likes to create my own system. I want the planner to have its system already and
Mm-mm.
it fits with what I need, not like I'm going to make modifications. Sadly, I'm not that kind of person. But yeah, so the day free didn't really work out, especially the A5 one. But I am keeping the A6 um, for the sake of keeping it for now. But I will find a way to make use of it. But yes, I will be breaking up with that habit of acquiring things first and then deciding later on if I want it or not, because that's what happened with my planners for 2022. I was like getting like, oh, I'll get a nothing planner, I'll get a take a note planner, and then I'll get an avec, I'll get a day free, and I'll get weeks. So yeah, that's what happened. And then eventually I just ended up realizing, oh, I don't want this, oh, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this. And then I want this, I want this, I want this. So I mean, for some people that works. I mean, there's nothing wrong really with that.
Mhm.
But when you think about it, you did spend a lot of money.
Yeah. And resell is like you resell with you take a bit of money off from that
Right.
to make the chances of selling higher.
I think it kind of is related to the first point I was making. Yeah, so it's like double. It's like I have a bad habit of like getting something that I don't really like, and I'll just figure out if I like it later on. So yeah, it's kind of like one is for inks, and then another one would be for planners. So I'm breaking up with also that habit of like just acquiring a bunch of planners and then figuring out later on if it's gonna work for me or not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's expensive to take a car out for a ride if you need to buy the car first and then sell it after. So
true.
there's that. But I do have to thank you because my nothing planner for 2021 is from you. So that one at least worked out.
It's 2022 now.
Yeah. Isn't it? Is it 20? No, wait, it is a 2022 planner, right?
Yeah,
I haven't looked. I haven't looked.
it's
I
very good.
actually haven't. How do you call it? Oh no, this is so dependent on YouTube. I think this is the time. This is the time that we talk about my breakup and my makeup.
Yeah, your
Okay.
makeup.
So, what do you call this? Because 2021 has been half good, half bad. I think it's just like an okay year, other than this podcast being a highlight of it. I have to admit that, and this could be a shock, I haven't been journaling for quite a while. Yeah, I haven't been journaling for like since September.
It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know this. You know this between you and myself. You know what's going on in my life. So like there's just at this point like they say that you need like a month or so to establish a habit, and I did that, and I was consistently journaling all throughout January all through August. But once September came along, it just became really difficult for me to write things down because it became painful to write things down because I just wanted to sleep and wanted to avoid a lot of the things that I would have had to write down. I also wasn't going to therapy as much anymore because my therapist had told me that, like, okay, we're on an as needed basis at this point in time. So, like, I think it was really difficult for me to have to self regulate. And like, I always had her guidance with my habits, like reinforcing them. And then when I was told that, okay, only when you need it, I wanted to test myself as well to see if I could like be consistent, if I could keep those behaviors in place, in check. And I wasn't able to do that. So, in looking for an opportune time, or like say setting up something for like I'm the type of person who waits for good juju for like I don't know, for that sublime moment to start something new. I just felt like, okay, I can't go back to it right now because I feel like there are such big gaps that I was neglecting. So instead of looking back, I pretty quickly broke up with 2021.
I love it. Yes,
Right? Because, like, instead of looking back at all the bad stuff that happened, I was just like, okay, that's my journal. It's a good journal. I'm not gonna like get attached to the things that I didn't do. Instead, I'm preparing for 2022 instead. And
yeah.
all my preparations for 2022 are now in this box. You have seen this box in our pen meet because, like, the biggest muji in the Philippines is in the place where we met up. So I bought this, what do you call it? It's called a carry case, polypropylene carry case. Um, and it's just plastic. I mean, sorry, my Sky Bambi ambitions are not going to come into fruition anytime soon. But I bought storage, and this was one of them. I think this is my jackpot. It's my 2022 writing box. And in it, it's just plastic, but
Oh.
if you open it, it looks like this. Okay, so it actually has my stuff. I haven't looked at them because I want to be in Christmas break to do it, but it has my nothing 2022 planner, care of Ryan
So pretty.
Heel, which
Nice.
already has its cover on cover. I'm sorry, Hobonichi. I'm calling it the cover on cover. I have my Take a Note 2022 journal. Okay, yay, which is less baggage, less responsibility of filling up a whole page. I have my, you guys also saw this, my what do you call this? Earthbound, my mother A6s. So the one to the right, the orange Hobonichi notebook, will be my media notebook, my media journal. The one on the right, the one that looks like medieval, is my tarot
Yeah.
journal. Okay, and they don't match the cover, but screw that. I like the cover. I like what I like. And then everything else inside is just, you know what, oh, it also has my weeks for work, which I broke in November, on November 29th. This has my budget. I'm crap at keeping track of my food, but like screw that. Budget, that's important. um and then it's got this like modular set of trays. I actually have more trays to the side, but I just thought that I'd put like all my materials for the month here. So I was thinking like to be a bit more mindful about it. Again, I think that's my 2022 ethos, mindfulness. I'm gonna essentially rotate what's in the trays on a monthly basis. So right now it has a bunch of like what do you call this, modern art stickers. I got the washi from Stationery Cafe Manila that came with my take a note. It's got scissors, and then I've got my stickers for the month. I've got my pen for the month. I've got my tarot deck for the month, and my stamps for the month. So like I think I'm gonna go into 2022 with this box, essentially curating things. So like it's gonna be so exciting. I'm like right now I'm super excited about it already. But having a monthly box, okay, is right. I mean, it's just right. And then you, every month, you're going to have this lovely little ceremony where you bring out all your big box washi. And then it's like, I feel like this month will just be about this, or just this kind of ink, or just this pen. And then, like, okay, you're done for this month, this pen. You can go ahead in bed and rest now. So, yeah, 2021 was a good year for journaling. It just wasn't a full year because I wasn't in my best state. And I know that 2022 won't be like the best state consistently of a Jika in her best state, so to speak. But I think my general plan is like, okay, give yourself a chance to reset on a monthly basis. Give yourself a chance to reset on a monthly basis as well, so that you don't beat yourself up over like not finishing your entries or whatever. So that's really it. That's my magical breakup box.
Breakup and makeup.
Breakup and makeup box. Thank you, Muji.
Beautiful.
Not sponsored, sadly.
Beautiful.
That's not
Beautiful.
gonna happen.
It's like a quick techo kaigi also. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
So
have deloaded. It's just for stuff. Right?
beautiful. Yeah. Breakup. What else did I break up with? Well, I did also break up with washi tapes. Sorry. You are into washi tapes. I am really not. Like I do remember buying a Galen Leather washi tape dispenser
Mhm.
because I wanted to see the washi tape and remind me like, hey, use them washi tapes for your journal. I was like, but no, it just isn't working out for me. I do like things that are designed
Mhm.
time to time, but it's just I think I'd rather have stickers instead, like stickers of like tourist spots or like whatever, but just too much washi tape, like you have to cut. So it's like work. I mean, guys, okay, here's the thing really. Jika is all the crafty kind of person. I'm like more of like the streamlined kind of person. It's like if you see, I'm sure Jika's journal is pretty. My journal is like gonna bore you to death.
It's aesthetic. I mean, mine is like, I still call mine chaotic, and yours is like streamlined aesthetic. We just have different aesthetic choices.
Yeah, it's just boring. But in terms of like my planner is like really like clean, like there.
I wish I was that functional. Like, I actually started out on Instagram by following like the hashtag functional planning setup. And here I am with too thick a planner. I mean, too thick a journal than I had originally planned.
So yeah, I am going to use my Hobonichi weeks for personal because originally my Hobonichi weeks were always for work. But
Mm.
I decided that I want to take care of myself. And so I'm going to track my spending, my exercise, my fasting, my skincare. Oh my God, do I have to tell you guys about my skincare? Yeah.
So tell them about your skincare. Game on.
So this is not a skincare like, um podcast, but I discovered Good Molecules. I'm not sure if you guys know that brand, Good Molecules. They're good. Like you should try them. Good Molecules. Their overnight serum, their spot like color correcting serum, and the toner. They're actually quite good. So I did notice, like if you would notice in my podcast, if you would try to take a look at the old episodes, like my face wasn't that. I don't even know what the word is, but right now I feel like I'm glowing,
You
glowing.
are glowing. You are glowing. Mine is all just makeup, so I totally understand. And I just like wash my face with water and then moisturizer. So
So yes, so there. That's what I've been trying to. I'm breaking up with the habit of not caring about my skin. Yeah, there because I got too invested with all of these stationaries. I'm like, oh, screw that facial wash. Just kidding. Yeah, I still have facial wash, but like, I don't need a, I don't need any of those serums. I just need a fountain pen. I'm like, no, but now I'm
yeah.
like, no.
So yes, guys, we're not always just about fountain pens and stationery. We actually also buy other things. Um, and because if you keep buying all the stationery, you're gonna run out of money.
Yeah, and you might end up realizing that you do have a lot of stationaries, but like, the world is starting to open up a bit. So you have to start preparing yourself for the world
Yeah,
being,
and things that you can carry, like
yeah,
literally carry outside. Because I mean, breaking up with investing in big things, big, heavy, luggy things. I think that that's one of the most basic things. Like, um, early on in the pandemic or mid pandemic, I was thinking like, should I buy a desk? Should I buy like a monitor, a desktop monitor? And I was like, nope.
no.
And like now that things are opening up, no, that's not going to happen. In the same way, like when I think about should I buy stationary shelving that isn't mobile, I'm like, nope. Should I buy more inks? Nope, because I'm going to have to carry that. Um, so I think my latest investment has just been thank you, Japan PH. I bought Golden Barrel. I'm back
Oh,
on the shiny train. And that was again a mindful purchase. I think I was talking about that with you, Ryan, for I think a month or two, right? Since it came out. And finally, I'm getting it in February.
yeah. Speaking of preparing that the world is actually opening up, I do have to tell you guys that I will be on a trip
Oh, yes, yes,
in
yes. Yes.
December.
Please tell them.
Yeah, so that's also the reason why I've been breaking up with a lot of stuff because I started to realize what are the things I need to bring to my trip. So um in a short while I will just get something to
Oh, go
show
ahead.
where I will put all my inks. Yeah, it's
Mm.
weird. It's not supposed to be for inks, but I will put my inks here. You know it.
Okay. So while Ryan's doing that, I'm gonna stay here silently. Kidding. I guess we're all about storage now. So yes, there is his ink storage. Yes, go ahead, Ryan.
Well, actually, this is from Muji. Originally, this was my toiletries. It was for my toiletries, TBH. But I will be putting my inks here. Yeah, that's the plan. So, like, what am I gonna bring? I'm going to bring you the Atramentis, of course.
Yes.
So there, yeah, and it's black, so it wouldn't show if it's stained up. Well, yeah, that's the problem. But at least it will always look new.
That's true. I put saran wrap on underneath the cap and in between the bottle, so that
Oh,
it's safe. But
yeah.
yeah. So
So
how
that's
many ink bottles are you bringing?
well, I'm just gonna bring one black, two blues, and a brown. Probably, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
That's essentially your entire I think Ryan's color palette. Oh, the sailor. Yes, yes, yes. Which one is that? Seiboku?
This is the, oh my gosh, I have to see the other one because I have to differentiate which one is the darker one and which one is the lighter one.
We really need to learn our Japanese.
Okay, this is Soboku.
Okay.
Soboku. You're gonna laugh. I'm like, I'm also gonna bring Seiboku because this is the lighter blue. Like this is the lighter, this is not the dark blue. This is like the blue.
Ah, this
Maybe
episode pala, no, is like you packing.
yeah, this is
Surprise.
yeah, surprise guys. This is us breaking up because I'm going to fly. Just kidding. And then, oh, actually, I won't bring the Just maybe I will be bringing my Mont Blanc permanent, black permanent. There.
Oh, that bottle, that sexy, sexy bottle.
And taxi bottle. So yeah, maybe I'll just bring this. So there, I have 3 inks already in. Oh, you can't see it.
Which
There.
pen are you bringing, or which pens?
Mm, I am yet to decide, but I will put all of them here in this Galen leather undyed 10 pen. Yeah, 10K.
Awesome. Ryan, please take pictures and send us. Send or like post them on our page.
Yeah, of course. So there. So yeah, this is actually guys me packing.
Yeah. He's literally breaking up with a landmass for a certain period. We're still gonna try and record while he's there, wherever that is. That's a surprise.
Yeah, this is
And maybe, I mean, pray that he finds some stationary places while he's there. So
yeah.
there's that.
I will surprise you guys. And if I do, I will share the good news.
And if he has none,
I will just bring you guys to all the cafes in that place.
he's gonna do some journaling, and then we're gonna edit it up and string it all together so that there's more content. So hopefully the Christmas break holds that for us. Because I think it's a good time to break up with 2021. Not to say, and this is like a breakup without, what do you call it? With That's just like, okay, I'm breaking up peacefully with the year, not
Mhm.
anticipating not really big things for 2022, because like that could set you up for disappointment, but I'm ready to, and I'm open.
Open.
We're pretty much open to whatever it is that 2022 can throw at us. And it's really encouraging that for the past year or so, we've actually exceeded our expectations for ourselves, for this podcast, for our collections, and so on. So, yeah, we're meeting 2022 with a disposition of openness.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting ready for the holidays too.
Yeah, we are. We're not spending a lot over the holiday season because we already spent on our grails.
Exactly. If you haven't watched it or listened to it, do check the previous episode.
Yeah, but we are in a state of pen peace. And as the very famous Christmas song says, peace on earth. Um, Peace on our, I don't know, that did not work. I thought it would work out. I thought that making the reference would work out, but at least we're at peace. And that's really it. Do you have anything else to talk about, Ryan?
I think that's basically it. So we're not breaking up. Like this not podcast is
Mhm.
not breaking up. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
But we are breaking up with some bad habits, which we've shared, and also preparing for 2022. So we hope that you guys also will start to consider breaking up with some bad habits or maybe some purchases that you're not very happy with, because it's good to start 2022 with something that brings you joy, something that will really inspire you to make the most out of the year. But then again, don't expect too much from the year. I think that's the problem when we set very high expectations. Oh, 2022. Oh, what's the line? Was that 2022 your mind, or it's like 2022?
I stop claiming 2022. There's like this mini movement on Instagram to not claim it.
Yeah, don't claim it. Don't claim it. It will just happen. Life will just simply happen. And allow your journals to be that book that will capture that life as it unfolds one day at a time.
Oh my god, that's so pretty.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
didn't
we have to end it now because it was too pretty. So that's it, guys. You know where to find us. This will come out on the second week of December. I don't know what's gonna happen with our last week of December episode because it's gonna be Christmas slash New Year. But I mean, we talked about everything that we have to talk about. It's pretty much the end of the year anyway. So, Merry Christmas, Happy
Yes.
New Year. Thanks for being with us for the majority of 2021, and we can't wait to see you in January.
Yay.
Yay! Bye.